Hi folks, Matt here from Rent a Camper. This is our Swift 686 6-berth motorhome. Just interior demonstration on how the motorhome works. First we'll start off with the control panel. So first thing to do, when you get to your campsite, plug in your electrical cut lead into the motorhome and into the post on your pitch and press the power button. There we go. So what you can see is on the left hand side, that's the leisure battery power, and then you've got the cabin lights. So if you press that one, that puts power to all the lights in the motorhome. All the lights are individually switched. Next to that is the view levels button. So this side here, that shows you how much fresh water is in the freshwater tank. This one here shows you how much water is in your waste tank. Water pump, that turns on the water pump for the taps. So to get pressure to your taps, you turn that on, lift the taps up, you'll have your water coming out. Whenever you're not using the taps or the toilet, turn off the water pump. That's just for safety reasons, in case you get a leak. Main things you need to know about: battery power. This, at the moment, the motor is a little bit low. This wants to be kept no lower than that. So if the power on the leisure battery is getting that low, you need to plug yourself into a campsite, or if you drive the motorhome, this also charges the battery up. Little light there, that's your leisure battery. If the light comes on at the front, it's charging the van battery. That light, when that comes on, that's telling you that you've got 240 volt power into the motorhome, and that's for an outside light. Next one, heating and hot water. So the panel will be like this when you come to it. Press the centre button and you get a series at top, just the top ones that you need, and this is a scroll button, so go across to that little, there we go. First things first, go on to that one. That's for your power settings, so whether you're on gas or electric. Press the centre button. Currently set to gas, so if you're not on electrical cut, set it to the gas, press enter. So that's your gas on. If you're on your campsite and you want it on 240 volt, press the button, turn it to electric 2, press enter. That sets it to work on the electric. So currently I'm not plugged onto electric, so we'll put it onto gas. Then scroll across to the camper van. That's for your heating. So turn your heating on, turn your temperature up like that, press set. That means the heating will then come on. What you can do from there is then scroll across to the fan, press that, and you can turn it on to high, or when the heating started to get going, you can then turn it on to boost. While ever the heating's on, so there you go, it's showing at the top, it's flashing at the top. While ever the heating's on, that will also warm up your hot water. It takes about 20-25 minutes, and then you've got hot water. And then all you do to turn it off is press the button, turn that into the off position, and that's your heating off. If you're just wanting hot water, scroll the button across to that one, press it, you've got off, 40, 60 or boost. All you really need it on is 40. 40 is hot enough. Press the set button and then your hot water will be on. As I say, it takes about 25 minutes to warm up a tank. It's not a combi boiler, it's just like a big kettle, so if you use all that water, all the hot water, you do have to wait for it to warm back up again. This little icon will flash, and once that stops flashing, it means you've got hot water. Same again, just to turn it off. It's in off position, and then press back. Turn it off, sorry. All across, off. Job done. Just remember to make sure there's nothing in the top screen before you unplug your electrical cup. Right. Rear of the motorhome, this is a rear lounge model. All the windows got blinds on. These literally just pull down all the way to the bottom and then just release them to go to the top. Windows, undo the windows and they just lock off. Just twizzle them and that locks it off. While ever the motorhome is being driven, do not have any of the rear windows open. TV's here, that's a 12 volt TV. There's also a 240 volt plug socket under there. Remote control is in the cupboard. This turns into a bed. So you see this bit under here? Actually pulls out, goes right to the end, over the stops. 2 cushions at the end, at the side, filling your gap, along with another infill cushion there, and that turns into a bed. So that pulls out all the way out, keeps going over the stop, and then use the cushions to do that. And then it just pushes in when you're not using it. There's a table there that just pulls up. Little post that's in the wardrobe sits in there, and the table sits on that. With the COVID-19, we are now supplying the motorhomes with a fresh set of kitchenware and pots and pans, everything. So they'll not be in cupboards when you arrive, they'll all be in here in the boxes. So when you return the motorhome, we expect all the pots and pans to be returned like this. Storage, you've got a wardrobe and cupboards under there. Bathroom. So you've got the instruction manual on how to use the bathroom up there. Quick instructions. Blue button on top of the toilet, that's a flush. Grey lever under the toilet, you open that up. That empties the waste into a cassette on the outside of the van. You've got a sink, shower. If you're using the shower, just put the shower screen across the toilet area so don't get that wet. And light switch. The wardrobe. So you've got a TV aerial. We can't guarantee a signal, unfortunately, but it is a Freeview TV. If you're struggling, you can undo that collar. And you can push the TV out and move it around to find some signal. Make sure that's down before you set off. The electrical cup leads there. You'll find some storage under these seats. You just lift the cushions up and you'll see under that side there is a hose pipe and a watering can to fill up with fresh water. Unfortunately now with the COVID-19 we aren't supplying outdoor furniture or chairs. Into the kitchen area. So you've got your 4 seat belts in the rear. This also turns into a bed. All you literally have to do is the table leg, a little button. You press that up and that folds the leg up. Lift the table up to about 80 degree. Take the table off and then it sits on little ledges under there, look. On either side. So the table sits on there and then you just rearrange the cushions. That one there and that one there, and that turns into a bed. Obviously got your other bed up there. So that gives you 6 berth. Kitchen, a microwave. That'll work on electrical hook. You've got a hob, a grill, and an oven. Just literally push the buttons in, turn, and then press the ignite button. That'll be working for you. Sink, tap. Fridge, not too bad on this one. So you've got 2 buttons for your fridge. Turn it on. Your fridge is on. So if you want it on electrical cup, you put it onto the plug. If you want it onto gas, you put it onto the gas one. And then while the motorhome's driving, so while ever the engine's running, press the battery one. It will beep until the engine's running. And that'll keep the fridge at the same temperature it was when you left your campsite. And then when you get back to your campsite, put it back onto the plug socket. And say if you're not on a campsite, you can use it on gas. This is the temperature, but leave it where it is, that's perfectly alright. And then you just turn it off when not in use. If you pull up for a few hours and the fridge is cool and you don't need to do anything with it, it is like a big cool box. Plenty of storage up here. We have some guidance, inventory list. In the front of the motorhome, this one does have a sat nav, climate control. All the motorhomes have got cruise control, everything like that. Under the sun visor, you'll have the dimensions of the motorhome. And in one of the cupboards, there'll be a book pack with all our information in a breakdown cover and all that. Last thing is the front screen. You're seeing the A-pillar there. That's a screen that slides across. Just press the two buttons and it magnets together in the middle. And for the two outer windows, you've got silver screens up there that just press stud on to there. And there we have it. Thank you.